Hello, anybody, somebody, nobody who will never see this. Siegfried Alexander Faust, the Whiff, come back to you some more Warhammer 40k. There was a recent point and data slate update for 40k, and so I'm going to be going through my updated / changed armies. They're all ready to go on Google Drive for the Battlescribe list and in my mods on the Steam Workshop. So people can just grab them and plug and play and have fun. Again, these are all my own subjective take based on some objective data on what would be good lists. There's definitely room for change and possibly improvement. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is actually take 2. Was I don't know, not feeling well suddenly while I was doing this the first time. So Eldar, I'm going to do this with Eldar and Drukhari. Skyweavers have been removed because the point cost went up. Unfortunate. That, and against monsters, aka tyranids and demons for the most part, you're not going to get any value out of it. So it's a little unfortunate. I just didn't feel like it's as justification. Drukhari got a bit more out of it for replacing them than Eldar. I went for Void Weavers, but unfortunately it does feel like it's still a bit of an issue. The Void Weavers are just not as slapping as I would have liked. I did throw in a Solitaire who's going to be getting the buffs from the Farseer. I included as well. Him and Eldrad, Guide and Doom, Fortune, all that shit. It's going to be kind of nice. Void Weavers have Prismatics to stay the Haywire because, again, same reason. Anyway, that's Eldar. Yeah. Drukhari, I replaced the Skyweavers with Reavers. 6 of them, so you get the juicy double up on Heat Lances. Throw the Heat Lance on the Arena Champion because you might as well keep him alive. And some Chronuses to try to keep the pain tokens going. Besides that, it's the same as before for Drukhari. Yeah, this is the jump off the boat and slap people detachment. Tyranids. Oh my god, Neurotyrants can go with the Neuro guys. Brain bugs with brain bugs. Yay! It does feel weird size-wise. It just doesn't feel as big. You could run a Hive Tyrant instead of Swarmlord or in conjunction and remove some other things. Just to get some extra punchy power on a smaller scale. I just love Norn Emissaries. They're not a bad choice. Are they the best choice? I actually don't think so. But they're pretty decent. It is a bit of a brick wall for some people if they're not ready for this thing, how to deal with it. When they got that high OC and they're just going to be holding the objective. If you can hold the objectives for 2 out of the 5 rounds and maybe kill 1 unit with them, I think that's fair value, honestly. And yeah, they could be like punching below their weight class, unfortunately, in a weird way. But the fact that you have exocrines, which are one of the best artilleries in the game, if not the best, honestly, for their profile, like, look at that. You can pause here and look at that bioplasmic cannon profile. That is insane. And T10 with 14 wounds. Again, 14 wounds. Because a lot of the damage profiles for weapons are D6 plus 6 or just straight 6. Which means you're going to take extra shots to bring this bad boy down. Yeah, loving it. And as I said, Neurotyrants with the brain bugs, so now they hit on 2s. Yes, please. Gene Stealer Cult. Ambushes have gotten worse. Other things are also meh. I chose the attachment that's only going to buff the Abominants and the Pure Strain, because everything else is kind of just as is, and the melee weapons being buffed for the Acolytes and Neophytes, I don't really care, because I want them to be primarily shooting anyway. If they get into melee, they're probably just going to get their shit rocked and pushed in, so meh. Acolytes, I went where is it? Hand Flamers instead of the other one, because they get to reroll wounds, and you more so want that for the demo charges. The demo charges is where it's at. Hair in my mouth. Pull up that profile. So yeah, it has this one shot, and then it was in a rules commentary. I think it actually is included in the addendum commentary on Warhammer Community as a download. That when they come back again because of their tactics, on a 4-up now instead of guaranteed or 3-up because battle line, whatever. They get the one shot again. It is a separate unit. Now, I don't remember if they commented on like no prisoner stuff that whenever you kill a new unit. I don't think that's even in here anymore. But yeah, like how that would come into play. Anyways, yeah, I like the demo charge because it's D6 plus 3 with blast, and you can have 4 of these dudes. What is that? It is ballistic skill 5-up, so you know. You're probably not going to hit. But if you do, and they're on an objective, you can reroll the full wound roll. You're going to be rocking someone's day. Like, again, a group of 5 intercessors That's 4 of these dudes, so that's, I just got to rant on this. That's 12 plus another 4 because of blast. So 16, and then there's the D6. You still haven't done the D6. So if we do 2 3s and 2 4s as an average, then that's another, was it 13? You got like 20 attacks going in. And so even if a third of them go through, that's going to wipe the squad. Like, it's bonkers. And that's the average. The low end wipes the squad probably still, or gets close. And high end, you could just destroy. They could just cut up so high. And strike 12. Oh, I don't know. I just think it's funny. And then 3 separate Ridge Runners. Definitely not together. Try to get their bonuses for the Neophytes. Ignore cover. I did not change my Leagues of Votann, Space Dwarves. Yes, I am aware of the, what is it? Inheriar? Or whatever. The new model, no, the Jaegers. Aaron Jaeger. Cue Titan music. And their point cost, I have 4 of the Hearthkin Warriors. So, but if you do math, you could swap them all out for Jaegers, and you can get another Jaeger as well. You get 5 Jaegers. I don't think they're going to count as battle line, though. If they did, then you could do 5 Jaegers. But I just think the Warriors bring more to the table. I believe they have Sticky, correct? Yeah, and they they have a Feel No Pain, possibly regen CP. They have Invul, and they have a Magna Rail dude as well. They have a lot of cool things. Yes, they're 1 wound, but you know, T5, it's better than other stuff similar. It's like not even close. Is it worth the points? Probably not, but I don't think the Jaegers are that wowy either. The thing is if you could sub out just one of these dudes, or 1 or 2 of them, and some Jaegers, but then, like, what would you do with the leftover points? You still don't have a lot you could do with it. At least, in my opinion, of good value. Necrons. Canoptic Court got nerfed, as it should be. It was pretty strong. But the thing is when I played some games with Canoptic, you could only really easily fit in 2 groups of Immortals anyway. You can really fit in 3. And I think this kind of works out instead, where I have swapped out Imatech for Plaziboy, and got rid of a Canoptic to run not Immortals, Warriors. A fat 20 block of Warriors hanging out with Imatech that's just gonna walk up the front of the field, try to get Imatech with his juicy aura to be close to as many people as possible, so he could do his once per game ability. It's like everyone within 12. Yeah, at the end of your command phase, each enemy within 12 on a 2 through 5 takes D3 mortals, and on a 6 they take D3 plus 3. So you could just rock your opponent's field, get good value with that, and contest the middle objective while you're doing that and blowing them away. And yeah, because again, like, Illuminor, you could fit getting a third thing of that. That's not really as common, because the thing is if you put them near the front of a battle line of the map, see, it's really hard. You're gonna have to really do some weird stuff to try to get a third immortal unit getting buffed by him. If one gets wiped, then you could fit one in, but that's the only thing I could think of, really. It's a fair thought, but now, again, point issues. Orcs! So, Mega Knobs got nerfed into the soil. Oh, man. Oh, that is unfortunate. However, Rise of the Dread Mob. I was back and forth before. I think I included in a video when I was, like, rambling. And I tested, like, yeah, the Stompa, it is possible to kill it round 1. It's just going to be hard. Some armies can do it, some can't, a lot can't. But then you're kind of screwed. But, oh my god. If this dude survives into round 2, and he can possibly charge somebody, oh! That is awesome. Your opponent's fucked. But yeah, Dread Mob, big nasty, love it. Just big red button, just make the Stompa an absolute menace with your CP for the first round, 1 to 2 rounds. Little mech boy trying to keep it alive, staying alive, yeah. I do think it's funny the war bosses and knobs hop out of this. This size makes more sense though for them versus you can get the big truck or whatever the heck and battle wagon, and like it doesn't even fit one group of these. It's like, oh no, I could fit all of them. Like what? And then I also included a full stack of squigs. This isn't two groups with Mozrog. You could run Mozrog by himself and these two as single squads. I think that's better? Question mark. I'm not sure. The thing is in my mind, right, how I see this playing out, is you just try to hide him for round one, unfortunately, or make him come in from strategic, and then have the Stompa just take all of the enemy fire, and then that's just between the Stompa on round 2 and the knobs coming out, that's going to be a much greater distraction, so your opponent won't worry about Mozrog, which means Mozrog won't get value until round 2 or round 3, but then they're going to be able to clean up for the rest of the game with your remaining knobs. And lastly, the Tau, space squid, space anime squid people, fish people. So, rip hammerheads, hello broadsides. I don't have the extra weapon, the plasma rifle with twin, because I wanted the ability to not have my shooting get screwied, because they already hit on a 4-up. God forbid you shoot something with stealth. No thanks. Also, I think it's funny when your rule invalidates your enemy's rule and you just take their agency out. Like, I remember I played this game in 9th where I was the Emperor's Children, and my base rule for my entire army is you can't, like, mess with my characteristics. And I fought, like, I think it was, like, a Raven Guard or it was either a Raven Guard or a Night Lord, and it's like, oh, yeah, you get -1 to all your shooting army-wide. I'm like, no. Like, I just removed. He won the game anyway, but I just removed his agency of what he did for his rule. It's really awkward. Still can run Farsight with Shadow Sun, not very lore friendly. I've decided to include a Dark Strider. So because not a Dark Strider, the Dark Strider. So because they're here, one of your Pathfinders is going to be a shooty Pathfinder instead. Now, part of this is a bit of a weird setup. I think this is worth it, though. Currently, how I have this set up, though, you have more marker lights than are necessary by a little bit. But if your opponent destroys enough of your non-marker lights, then you can just have your remainders buff your Pathfinders. And then if it's the reverse, then you have a little bit to compensate. So it works out still fine. Without further ado, that is the end of the Xenos. Check out the next one. It's going to be covering Chaos, followed by Imperium Non-Space Marines and Imperium Space Marines. Hope you enjoyed this content. And again, if you do, like, share, and subscribe. And I always enjoy a lovely comment in the comment box below. Makes my day because I just do this for fun as a hobby. All right, take care and game on, gamers. Bye.